Namaste. Good evening. This is Dr. Aparna. I am an Ayurvedic psychotherapist. I act as a catalyst and support your emotional healing journey. I am your emotional healing synergist. I am a passionate Ayurveda and psychotherapy infopreneur. In my pursuit to address, promote, and propagate Ayurveda and psychotherapy globally, I come up with discussions, talk throughs on Ayurveda, mental health, and related aspects. So, in the previous sessions, we were discussing on Western psychology. So, today, in continuation to that, we are discussing theories of the mind. So, we were discussing mind as per Western psychology. Today, we are discussing theories of mind. See, Western psychology offers various, frameworks for understanding the concept of mind. So we have some important, prominent theories. One of them is psychoanalytic theory. This was, this theory was, proposed by Sigmund Freud. So, what this theory depicts is the theory depicts the mind as a three-part structure. That means the ID, the ego, and the superego. The ID means the primitive desires. The ego is the mediator, and the superego is the morality. So, these three parts constantly interact, creating internal conflicts. For example, imagine a three-person team making decisions. The ID is the impulsive child who wants everything now, and the ego is the responsible adult who seeks balance. By the way, this ego is not the ego what we think. It is not that. This ego is the here is mediator. That means the ego is the responsible adult who seeks balance. The superego is the strict parent who emphasizes on rules. So, if we have to understand it deeper, here Sigmund Freud, also known as the father of the psychoanalysis, he proposed this groundbreaking theory about the structure of mind. So this theory is also called as structural theory. So this theory delves into the interplay between the ID, ego, and the superego. So each part plays a crucial role in shaping our thoughts, behaviors, and personalities. So, what is ID? The ID is primitive, unconscious part of the personality. That means it operates on the pleasure principle. That means it seeking immediate gratification of basic needs and desires like hunger, thirst, sex. The ID is driven by primal instincts and doesn't consider social norms or reality. So, this is the primitive instincts of one's personality. The next is the ego. So, the ego is the rational, realistic part of the personality. So, this operates on the reality principle. That means mediating between IDs, desires, and the demands of the external world. This is always ego is always rationalizing and realistic part of our personality, of one's personality. So the ego always tries to find ways to to satisfy the ide's urges in a socially acceptable and realistic way. So the next is superego. The superego is the moral conscious, moral conscious. of the personality of any individual, the moral conscious. So it represents the internalized rules and ideas we learn from parents, society. The superego strives for perfection and can make us feel guilty or ashamed when we violate our internalized moral code. So, how do we understand here ID, ego, and superego? Imagine, for example, imagine you're walking down the street and you're starving. So, the starving here is the basic primal instinct, that is ID. What you do is you see a delicious pastry in a bakery window. So you see, when you're starving and walking down, suddenly you happen to see a bakery. In that, you see a delicious pastry in the window, from the window. So that is ID's desire. So the ID might impulsively urge you to snatch the pastry and devour it. So that is the pleasure principle. So ID always wants to satiate its primal instincts. However, the ego intervenes. So, recognizing that stealing or snatching the pastry is wrong and could get you in trouble. So, this is the reality principle. The ego might consider buying the pastry instead, but your super ego, that means your internalized morals, might remind you that you are on a budget and you should not indulge in the guilt. So that is a guilty, guilt, indulging in the pastry when you have no budget. So the super ego, because of its internalized morals, it might remind you that you are on a budget. So ultimately, the ego might decide to wait and to get a cheaper snack later. So, ego always what it does, it strikes a balance between ID's desires and the superego's morals. So, that is the reality of your budget. So, this is a beautiful example to explain the ID, the ego, and the superego. So, let's see another example. See, let's say you see someone struggling with a heavy box. That means here ID sees a opportunity to help. The primal instinct is the opportunity to help. So the ID might simply ignore the situation. However, the super ego, that is internalized, helpfulness, might make you feel obligated to assist. Then what ego does, then ego then weighs the situation. So is it safe to intervene? Is it safe to help? Is there a better way to help? So the ego might decide to offer help in a way that considers both your safety and the safety and the needs of the person struggling. So this is another example. Let's see a final example. So you are incredibly talented at drawing. So that is ID's desire for recognition. So ID wants here, recognition for your talent, that is drawing. The ID might pressure you to constantly show off your work and seek validation. But your the super ego might make you feel your art isn't good enough or shouldn't be shared. So here ego mediates, it acknowledges your talent, that is ID, and encourages you to share your work for constructive feedback, while also managing your expectations and potential for criticism. That is superego. So you what ego does here is ego plays a role, that you have to get a constructive feedback. That's why you're sharing your work. So, and the ego might decide to enter a local art competition. So, striking a balance between the desire for recognition and the fear of judgment. I hope, it is, this the theory is clear now. The psychoanalytic theory. So this is the theory. This is a three-part structure of the mind: the ID, the ego, and the superego. So let's, I'll discuss about the other theories in the next session. So I hope you liked, the video. Thanks for staying tuned, and namaste.